turn to color?
There.
Okay, turn to color. Cool. Hey everyone, I'm Ashley. Welcome! Welcome to class 2023. Woo! We are so excited to have you guys. This is our largest class by 25-30% that we've ever had, but you guys were all so awesome. We just felt like we were going to cram more people in the room and we would figure out how it went. So we are so happy to have you. So excited. A couple of really quick first logistics. I think most of you know, but the bathrooms are down the hall that way. They say restroom or bathroom or whatever the word is. Just get up, step out whenever you need. No worries. This is not a terribly crazy formal thing at all. We have, I think there's more. Oh, anyway, sorry, it's not my job. Okay, so as you all know, as you're all aware, obviously COVID and a whole host of other nasties are surging right now. And so I cannot say you need to wear a mask, but I will say I highly recommend it. Please just do whatever you feel most comfortable with, but I would recommend that. And we do have filters throughout the room and in most of the major spaces we're going to be in. So thank you for rolling with us on that one. If for some reason things change and the county guidance changes, which is what we have to follow, we might move online, but I don't expect that at this point. And I think most of us are at the point where we're feeling like it's nice to be in person, and we're all kind of jonesing for this, right? So we're gonna stick with this for now. Oh, because it's important, snacks. We will have a snack break halfway through class. You can't eat in either room. Also, when it's really nice out, like today, I would absolutely recommend eating outside in the front garden. There's a great coffee place just across the way if you want to grab anything, but our snacks are pretty top rate. I'm saying that just to say, like, that's the time when you'll have to take your mask off if you feel more comfortable wearing a mask. So you can go outside, you can space yourselves out, you can do what you need to feel comfortable doing that. I have like kind of a caring heart sometimes, and I'm always like, oh God, how can I help? Okay, so extension. You guys have heard the spiel, right? We are Cooperative Extension. In your folder, you have a cool little thing on the left-hand side that will tell you all about Extension. It's our community report. You can see some of the cool things our office is doing. We do so much more than horticulture and 4-H, right? We do Welcome Baby, we do kids voting, we do a whole slew of awesome programs that benefit the community. And we are also actually home to 3 county service coordinators. We have the Early Childhood Service Coordinator, the Refugee Services Coordinator, and the Food Security Coordinator in our office. So we have a lot of fingers in a lot of different things, and we have a lot of connections, which is one of the things that actually even helps strengthen our Master Gardener program, is because we can get involved with a lot of different things, however it applies to what we're doing, which is really, really cool. I'm obviously the horticulture agent. I'm Ashley, so if any of you have ever heard before, so I have been in this position about 5 years. This is my 3rd training class. This is one of the most wonderful and slightly terrifying things I do in my job. I love it, but it's a lot. We oversee the Master Gardener program. We have about 100 folks in our program right now, which will help illustrate to you guys how big this class is for us, right? We have 46 people in the class. So that's about 50% of our program. And that's a huge thing. And especially after COVID, we are so excited to have more people back to kind of be in this rebuilding phase where we are a super strong program already, but it's always nice to build even more, and this is a time to take advantage of everyone's enthusiasm. So I have been living in Durham for about a decade now. I live actually pretty close to the office. I'm very fortunate. I came here for Duke. I have my PhD in plant genetics from kind of an evolutionary perspective. So a lot of what you will hear from me is a lot of like how things fit and how things evolve and how things adapt to what they're doing, right? Because I'm really fascinated by that side of plants. So it's not going to be as much hardcore horticulture, although I love that, but it's going to be a lot of biology, ecology, kind of all of those things mixed together to think about how we can really support our landscapes, support our environments, kind of support the whole thing together through gardening. So I'm going to hand it over to Lynn for a minute. She is our initial training committee chair. So just to explain briefly what that means, we have one of the committees we have here in Durham is the initial training committee. It is a group of wonderful, dedicated master gardeners who spend a lot of time. This class is held every 2 years, and after this class is finished, we will begin working for the next. Yeah. do not. Anyway, thank you and welcome. Awesome. And just to kind of like toot their horn even a little bit more, Lynn, you're a trainer by training, right? Like, yeah, she every time she starts to do something, she's like, oh my God, you guys actually made a handbook. So she's awesome. She does a great job keeping us all organized. Tracy Lee, you're a teacher, right? Or you work in education? Bev. Retired, but also, me too. But seed starter extraordinaire. So if you want to learn anything about seed starting, Bev is really your go-to. Barbara was our former co-chair along with Tracy Lee, just doing amazing, amazing work. So good. Keeps us going, like this, which is great. And Mary Ann, former, as I like to say, headmaster gardener, public events extraordinaire, so good at everything, does a great job. So all these folks and more are really phenomenal people. And then the unsung hero, just for this moment, will be Margaret Lee in the next room setting up snacks. Margaret is phenomenal. She does a great job. She takes care of us. And she did ask me to ask you guys that if anybody has dietary restrictions, but especially a gluten sensitivity, to please let her know so that she can make sure you are set up, okay? So if you have anything about dietary stuff, just talk to Margaret Lee and she'll make sure she takes care of that. So, the other thing I want to mention really quickly is about your name tags. We'll talk more about this in a second. We are a proud name tag wearing people. But you'll see that you have a blank line on your name tag. That is a really great place for you to put pronouns. That would be one thing that would obviously go there. You could also put a nickname if you preferred, but we want to make sure that everyone can kind of put that additional information about yourself that you feel is something you want to share. So that's what the blank line on your name tag is for. So now I want you guys to get to know each other a little bit. Normally, in past years, we would have everybody introduce themselves. That's not going to work here. That's going to be terrible. So instead, what we're going to do is going to do a little bit of a get to know each other exercise. You're going to partner up with someone. And we're going to take 5-7 minutes. And I want you to try and see if you can find 5 things you guys have in common. And then I want each of you to see if you can find your weird, cool superpower, right? So this is setting a very high bar, and I feel bad about it. But in past, we've had things like Grammy Award-winning bassist, right? So not all of us are going to get there. One person does. But so just kind of try to find your cool thing. We'll do that, and then we'll actually switch partners, and you'll do it with someone else as well. And then we'll come back together and share some of the standouts. So what I would recommend is that you find a partner, and you guys find a partner, right? So you're setting up groups of 4. So then it's really easy to switch, right? You don't have to stumble around looking for someone. Some of you can go to that room over there. That's what we call the food lab. There are chairs set up. Some of you can set up in the hall if you want to talk. When we all get talking in this room, it doesn't work. It gets very loud and very echoey. So I would say, especially this half of the room where it's easy for you to scrooch out, find your little groups of 4. Some of you set up over there. And don't worry, I'll tell you when it's time to change. But let's start moving.